All right, so let's talk about links and what we can make them do. Links to other pages or hyperlinks are anything where when you hover over it, your mouse turns into this little clickable icon. This is where it would take you to another page, maybe an image, a file download, whatever it is, those are all considered hyperlinks. But what's also important about hyperlinks is that you can make them look however you want to. And there's different states at which these links exist. So, for instance, right now, I'm not hovered over any hyperlinks and they just are on the page as a link. These are anchor tags. So, we're talking about just the fact that they are just a linked anchor tag. That's what they look like right now. But when I hover over, that is a new state. It is a state of existence for the link of when your mouse hovers over it. So it's a kind of like when you are creating a condition. The condition is that when the mouse hovers over the link, here's what it should look like. So you can see when I hover over this learn.html, the background changes to a lighter gray. And instead of being white text, it's now black text. And you can see the difference between the one just to the right of it, that HTML reference, and the learn HTML. When you click on it, that is another state. So you have the link existing, what it looks like when it hovers, what it looks like when you click on it, and that's when you click and hold down. And in this case, it doesn't look any different when I click on it. And then what it looks like when you've been to the link or visited it. We see this a lot when we go to like google.com, for instance, because if I search for something in Google and I've previously gone to that website, like let's say I search for W3 schools here, all of the links are going to start as just basic links where they're blue, right? So all of these are considered anchor tags. But when I hover over them, they get an underline. And then when I click on them, they don't look any different. But once I visited them, you can see that they are purple. And now they're purple with an underline. So you have links when you are not hovering of them. So a link, a hover, a clicked, or an activated. And then you have a visited state. So 4 states overall altogether. Okay. And this is important because when we look at like a website like W3 Schools, we've got links that look totally different. You have links over on the left over here. This is where when I visited it, this is when I have just links. This is when I hover on it. Then you have different ones up here where this is where I visited it. This is when I hover over it. You've got all these different things that are happening and different styles of different links. So this is where we get really into how can we make things very customized, but at the same time control those stylings of those links. So that's what we're going to learn how to do next.